Okay, this was an experimental tank built probably over a year-ish ago. It was made out of plexiglass. My husband bought the plexiglass and bought the glue weld and put it together just to see how well a tank would do in plexiglass by building it instead of glass and putting it together. But we are realizing over the year with the kids cleaning it and everything else and the algae getting on it, that any little mark inside or sand that gets on the magnet or scratch, or it gets horribly scratched and it's harder to keep clean. So this was an experimental one. We'll end up using this one eventually when these windows come out. There's 3 sets of windows in there, which leads out to the sunroom we're building. Once that gets finished, probably 2 years down the road, but we're going to take the windows out all the way down and reinforce the headers up there since this is an outside wall. And we want to build an 8-foot by 4-foot island tank. The experiment was with the plexiglass version, or acrylic version, not really plexiglass, acrylic, and we're not going to go with that. We're going to go with regular glass when we build the tank. But we'll use this one as a sump tank when we build our little sump room for that huge tank. But this one we threw in some rocks. Every now and then we threw a fish in there, surviving. We had a plastic dragon head that we threw in there that it's covered in some coral and algae and stuff. We got a couple sea urchins sucking up our rocks the kids threw in there, little glass rocks. I think we had another sea urchin in there somewhere. A couple extra of the, whatever those things are called, I forgot. But they have sprouted everywhere like weeds. We have a couple crabs and snails in this one. Oh my god, there's a whole bunch of them back there too that sprouted up. But otherwise, we got a few little crabs in there, some snails, and one of the clownfish. Looks like a lot of feather dusters are coming up out of the rocks. And that's pretty much about it on this tank. And this will be the sump tank once we actually get a island tank put in. But it pretty much just stays in our living room. Built it on a cart on some wheels. But yeah, you still can't move it. It's still heavy. But that's the second tank we have.